together. He's an oak and she's a cedar. Over time they've intertwined. She tried to choke him out and now he needs her. They need sun, they need rain, and each other's help to gain the strength enough to bend or else they break. They need room enough to grow and the courage to get too close. Alone they won't last long, together strong. Deep roots below the surface, it's the only way they can survive. Without the roots, the branches are worthless. She should have killed him, now she keeps him alive. They need sun, they need rain, and each other's help to gain the strength enough to bend or else they break. They need room enough to grow and the courage to get too close. Alone they won't last long, together strong. Just like those two trees out in my front yard, how did they get this far? Thriving in spite of each other instead of growing apart. They had sun, they had rain, and each other's help to gain the strength enough to bend or else they break. They had room enough to grow and the courage to get too close. Alone they won't last long, together strong.
Well, I hadn't driven very far when Hank Williams got in my car. Thought it'd be the last thing I'd ever see. Old Hank Williams sitting next to me, Hank Williams sitting next to me. Well, I wasn't driving very fast. I saw Hank on the phone as I drove past. So I pulled on over, said, Hank, how you been? He said he had to catch a train, and I said, jump in. Had to catch a train, and I said, jump in. Well, jump on in. Jump on in. Jump on in. Jump on in. Well, jump on in. Jump on in. Well, jump on in. Jump on in. Well, I hadn't driven very far when, baby, I saw a shooting star, a vision straight out of the past. I wonder how long the dream will last. Well, I hadn't driven very far when Hank Williams got in my car. Said it'd be the last thing I'd ever see. Old Hank Williams sitting next to me, Hank Williams sitting next to me. We sang jambalaya. We sang about Kalijah, the wooden Indian. We sang There's a Tear in My Beer. We sang about the angel of death. He said that I'm so lonesome that I could cry. Later that night at the local bar, was telling my story at the 8 Mile 3-star about being on the road, just my Chevy and me. I was watching for cops, I was watching my speed. And at the edge of town I started stepping on the gas, and I saw Hank on the phone as I drove past. So I pulled on over, said, Hank, how you been? He said he had to catch a train, and I said, jump in. Had to catch a train, and I said, jump in. Well, jump on in. Jump on in. Well, I hadn't driven very far, and baby, I saw a shooting star, a vision straight out of the past. I wonder how long the dream will last. Well, I hadn't driven very far when Hank Williams got in my car. Said it'd be the last thing I'd ever see. Oh, Hank Williams sitting next to me. Hank Williams sitting next to me. Sitting next to me. I guess my story was hard to believe. They called me a cab and they took away my car keys. And they said, hey, jump on in.
Meet me in the dark, dark forest, past the wiggly, wormy trees, where boys are crying wolf and bringing damsels to their knees. Meet me by the leaning mountain, where the ghosty stories grow, and we won't have to say our names, 'cause they'll already know. I will be there. I will be anywhere you want me to go with you. Meet me at the silver tower when it rings the midnight bell. And if they call us crazy, and it may be, oh well. I will be there. I will be anywhere you want me to go with you. Meet me in the gooey center of your bright red scribbler's heart. We'll put the words together that they'll never break apart. I will be there. I will be anywhere you want me to go with you. Yeah, I will be there. I will go anywhere
Hi, my name is Bella Carmen.
Hope for the chance of one more kiss. And my thoughts are run amiss. I miss you more than I need sleep.
Oh, my name's Tristan Balagtas, poll reporter for CBS. I'm with CBS Austin. Oh, it's on, right? Okay.
Try it one more time, please.
Tristan Balagtas, poll reporter, CBS Austin. Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, can you move it up just a little bit more? Perfect. All right, awesome. And then one more time, please.
Tristan Balagtas, mic check, CBS Austin, poll reporter. Good?
I'm ready.
All right, think you're ready? Okay, cool. All right, let me tell my crew.
So she's going to introduce herself first and then I introduce her?
Yeah, so, that's the thing, it's like, so you'll basically, just say, hi, I'm here, report her name, you're doing the interview today, and then you can introduce her, or you can introduce
Shapely sigh in the dead of night, day after day and night after night. My blues are a deeper shade. My eyes have a thicker glaze. Sun blazes on and on and on. From the break of dawn till the day is done, and I'm through for you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Said I'm through for you.
Okay, we're ready to, do you need anything from me at this point? You're gonna give me a countdown? Okay, I'm rolling, I'm ready, everyone's ready here, so you tell me when we're,
I'm gonna do. Said I'm through for you.
yep, give me a countdown. 10, 9,
Hi, my name is Tristan Balagtas. I'm a reporter with CBS Austin. Today I am the poll reporter and I'm here with Bella Carmen. Bella, can you go ahead and say your name for us, spell it out, and give us your title?
Sure, I'm Bella Carmen, VELLAKARMAN, and I'm the Interim Homeless Services Officer for Austin Public Health, City of Austin.
First off, can you go ahead and tell us why are we here today?
Sure, so I'm part of the Social Services branch of the Emergency Operations Center, which is the system that oversees the response to COVID-19. I'm here to talk about some of the things that the Social Services branch is doing, standing up several task force and strike teams to provide services for individuals. Also, the Homeless Services Division of Austin Public Health is increasing services for homeless individuals during this time. Meeting basic needs such as hand washing, toilets, showers, and hygiene needs. And we've recently released a map on the city website. It's on austintexas.gov/homelessness that has an interactive map that has the locations for some of these new resources for those who can't access our typical resources during this time.
So I'm going to start shooting off some questions from the other news outlets. The first question is from the Austin Chronicle. The reporter is wondering, how should people experiencing homelessness who don't have regular internet or phone access use these tools?
It's a good question. So a lot of people that are experiencing homelessness have smartphones, have phones, and would be able to access this tool, but certainly many do not. So this is one way of educating folks about what's going on and where resources are. We're also handing out flyers and doing verbal education with our outreach workers and first responders that come into contact with people experiencing homelessness. There are also city departments and some of our community partners who have purchased phones to hand out to folks experiencing homelessness so that they can continue to keep contact and access these resources themselves.
And this next question is from the Austin American-Statesman. What is the underlying problem that is creating the need for the new social service branch?
So in most emergencies and disasters, when the Emergency Operations Center is stood up, it's activated, it's a joint effort between Austin and Travis County. The social services branch gets stood up as well. It is set up to take care of the needs and evaluate the situation for people that are maybe in a vulnerable population, which would certainly include people experiencing homelessness, helping them get access to basic needs, looking at language access, looking at food access, child care, and some of the things that folks may not have access to in the mainstream resources, but really looking at kind of special needs populations and what those needs might be and how we might address them.
This next question is from Univision. What other strategies in short term is the city implementing to help the homeless community?
So during the COVID-19 response, we're very aware that if people are asked or told to isolate or quarantine if they have symptoms or if they test positive, that they may not have a place to safely do that. And so the city has set up a facility to allow people who cannot safely isolate or self-quarantine or monitor their symptoms or the potential exposure at home. They can stay in this facility. It's a hotel. And we're setting up additional hotels specifically for that purpose as well, with the homeless population in mind, even folks who might be in shelter, in spaces where there are a lot of people in one space. If they start having symptoms, they may need to be separated. So we're really looking at how we might respond to this pandemic in a really focused and strategic way for all the people that may need resources, and I'm focusing on those that are experiencing homelessness.
I'm going to go back up. This is another question from the Austin Chronicle. What agencies are part of the Behavioral Health Task Force, and what kind of outreach work will they be doing?
So the Behavioral Health Task Force is one of those underneath the Social Services Branch. Integral Care, and they are our mental health authority for Austin Travis County. They're the lead for the Behavioral Health Task Force. And behavioral health typically includes both mental health services and substance use services, also those with intellectual developmental disabilities. They're working with multiple agencies, and they're working to figure out what needs people may have during this time. They have a hotline that is available for people to access at any time, and they are working specifically with our homeless population, those that are being transferred over to these quarantine or isolation or protective lodging facilities, making sure that we're assessing their needs and providing the mental health and the behavioral health support that they might need.
Question is from Austin American-Statesman. Is there any new information regarding the city's plan to house those experiencing homelessness in hotels during the coronavirus pandemic?
Right, so the city has broadly shared a hotel strategy to house folks who are experiencing homelessness in motels or hotels. We're still pursuing that strategy, and as I mentioned before, part of the facilities that we might use for those experiencing homelessness that might need extra resources during this COVID-19 response is the use of hotels and motels. And so it really merges right along with that. We're actively pursuing the purchase and the lease of additional hotels to house homeless.
So people aren't yet housed in these hotels for coronavirus?
There are some folks in the facilities, but we have not yet purchased a motel in accordance with the motel strategy, so not yet.
Anything else you'd like to add? Anything I didn't ask that people need to know?
This is just a really hard time, and it's going to take everybody doing their part. It's really important that everyone has the access to the resources that they might need to make safe and responsible choices, and our homeless population is certainly among that. We're just really coming together as a community and asking that people have extra compassion during this time. when resources are strained and there's a lot going on. So it's going to be a community effort. We're going to continue to evaluate the situation. It changes daily sometimes, and we're really working hard and working together as partners on this response.
And you did mention this is a community effort. How can the community help you guys out?
That's a great question. There are a lot of groups and resources being stood up. There's a food exchange, and I'll have to get back to you with the email address for that, or the website address. But there are ways, if people are interested in volunteering, donating, being part of the food access solution, that they can get involved. And I can give you more information through our public information office.
Those are all the questions.
You ready to wrap up? Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was 17,